Nation.
Let's go.
Welcome into DNVR Buffs. Primetime presented by Illegal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. Hope you all had a better day yesterday than I did.
Bro, I was gonna wait till the end of the show to give you shit for this. You're acting way too sad for someone who just won a championship.
No, it's over, bro. It's beyond Michigan. This affects the Broncos, too.
You're being so soft, I have to be honest.
No.
Yes.
It's done.
Look, let me just tell you this. If the Buffs won the national championship this year, and then the very next day, Coach Prime became coach of the Raiders, my family removed me from the family tree, I was fired from my job, and all of my belongings were stolen, I would still be happy.
That's crazy.
I would be like, yeah, I don't care. Nothing can bother me anymore. Like, I'm just set for life.
As sports fans, you always want to win. One is never enough. I don't want to hear this.
I don't know, man.
I'm more sad about the Broncos than Michigan with this move, honestly.
This is so funny that this has now infiltrated this show, because I spent 8 years trying to teach Zach that you should never be scared of the Chargers. And he did not learn until this year. He finally this year said, you're right.
Look, man.
There's nothing to be scared about with the Chargers.
I completely agree. The Chargers are the most cursed franchise in the NFL. I've been watching it, and I've been enjoying and laughing about it for many years. But now they have one of the best football coaches alive right now and a quarterback with a rocket arm. That team is going to be tough. They're going to run the hell out of the football. They're going to play good defense, and they're going to win.
No.
Okay.
They're going to get injured at key positions at the most inopportune times, and nothing will go their way. They'll lose out on the playoffs on some eighth tiebreaker. This is just what the Chargers are, and they always will be. And I'm sorry. I guess not sorry. I don't know. Jim Harbaugh's career will come to a sad, screeching halt in Los Angeles.
We'll see.
We will see.
So now we have to talk about this roster now.
Yeah, give us the rundown. Come on.
Oh, man. So they're losing a lot to graduation. This was, we talk about this year being the year for Colorado. Last year was the year for Michigan. So they were an older team. JJ, of course, went to the draft. Best players, you start with the secondary, I think. Will Johnson was the top recruit a few years ago.
Yeah.
One of the best corners in college football. Rod Moore, redshirt sophomore safety as well.
Whoa, who said wishing injuries? I'm not wishing injuries. I'm just predicting injuries based on past facts.
True.
Future.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
I mean,
the best predictor of future performance is past performance, right? Is that future results is past performance?
I don't know, something like that.
I would never wish injury. I just know it's coming.
I mean, this staff punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung with a shot.
Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Tyrod.
Mason Graham, the defensive lineman who was balling in the playoffs. He's a sophomore. Colston Loveland, the tight end, sophomore.
Okay.
And then we go to really just the recruiting classes here.
Really quick. Any of the two interior defensive linemen, are those guys both going to the league?
No, so that was Mason Graham.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn you said center.
No, Chris Jenkins is the other.
Okay.
He is a senior. I think he already declared for the draft.
Yeah, he's a dog. So there is one potentially.
Yeah,
is he
Mason
related
Graham.
to Brandon Graham?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I know what that means.
You can look through their 2023 class. They've got a lot of guys from West Bloomfield, Michigan. What?
I'm just laughing. That was a funny moment. Why do we got to think I'm laughing at you? I'm laughing with you. Yeah, he is.
They've got a 4-star tackle. His name is Amir Herring. He was in the 2023 recruiting class. He's from West Bloomfield. Pretty sure that's where BDS is from.
Oh, yeah.
Was he West Bloomfield? Or someone was West Bloomfield?
I can't remember.
Either way, Samaj Morgan, he's a wide receiver for them. He played a bit this year. And then 2022 recruiting class, we already talked about Will Johnson. Zeke Berry's a safety. Derek Moore is an edge. He had third most sacks on the team last year with 5, 6 TFLs also.
All right. Here's my question, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Who should Colorado be targeting?
Those guys in the trenches I told you about.
Give me your top 3.
Mason Graham.
Number 1.
Probably.
They could get him. That's the guy.
He was one of their best players during the playoffs,
okay.
I thought.
Yep.
And then
no relation to Brandon.
No, very clearly. Derek Moore, the edge. Young guy too, same recruiting class as Mason Graham. In 2022, he was the
is West Bloomfield for Brandon Davis Swain. Good call.
See. And then Will Johnson's their best defensive player, I think, their corner.
Yeah, he was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So you're putting those in that order?
Probably. I mean, Colston Loveland's a good tight end too, if he wanted to leave.
From Loveland?
I don't think so.
Bummer.
I can tell you where he's from. But offensive line, I mean, they were all grad transfers this year, or graduate students, grad transfers, and seniors. So they've got guys in the reserves ready. So we'll see if any of them enter.
All right.
No one has entered the portal yet, by the way. Colston Loveland is from Gooding, Idaho, I believe.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So that brings up the larger question about this Michigan team.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very different from some of the other portal or some of the other departures and then thus portal entries because of Sharon Moore.
Yes.
Who has been kind of a rising star in this league, I guess you could call it.
He was in our coaching tier list.
Yes, exactly. And I've been a big fan of him forever. Basically the mastermind behind that offensive line being so dominant for years now.
Yep.
He also was the coach for four games this year because the previous coach was a cheater. So he kind of got a little bit of a taste of what it's like, and I think the team loves him.
They do love him.
Because of that, you're not going to see a mass exodus from Michigan.
I don't think so.
No.
He did win the Joe Moore Award 2 times before this season. Washington won it this year. He is the offensive line coach there. He's probably going to be promoted to head coach.
Yeah, it feels like almost
shoo-in.
Exactly. So good for them. And I think it's going to be very different. That doesn't mean, though, that some guys won't take a look at the opportunities that exist for them. So everyone's out there saying, no one's leaving, blah, blah, blah. Like, no chance. Because everyone's getting hit up right now with crazy bags.
Yep.
So if Colorado is able to get one, then I think that would be huge. Any of the 3 guys that you mentioned, if you could get one of those, that'd be awesome. If you get the tight end, that'd be awesome. But you're not going to be able to look around and say, okay, well, we want him, and him. Like, you might have, I don't know, I'm going to say less than 10 portal entries from this.
I agree. We're also, seems like we're kind of up against the scholarship limit at this point, too.
Sharon Moore coached 6 games last year?
No, 4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He beat Ohio State. It was just the last 4 games of the season.
To be fair, Connor Stallions beat Ohio State.
This is pain. I can't do this. Are we done with this segment
Why
yet?
don't they promote Connor Stallions the head coach? He did all the work.
Stop. Are we done with this segment?
I don't know. How can we extend it?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't want it to end.
There's nothing else to talk about now.
Everyone else is saying it was 6, bro.
Well, okay, yeah, he didn't coach the first 3 games of the year too. I forgot about that. But I think that was reversed.
That shouldn't even go in the history books as Jim Harbaugh winning a national championship.
No, he coached.
Sharon Moore won a national championship.
He coached those games. He appealed. That's when the suspension came down at the end of the year.
So he coached the first 3 games.
Yes.
I'm confused.
Confusing.
Sharon Moore, Michigan's hiring a national champion head coach. That's impressive. And the Chargers are hiring a guy who had a losing record against Ohio State. Crazy.
This is only the 5th time a coach has won the national championship and left their team.
Wow.
First time ever they've gone to the NFL.
Also, people were on me yesterday. Barry Switzer also won a national championship at a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So I forgot about that one. So Pete Carroll, Barry Switzer, any other ones that we know of?
Soon to be Jim Harbaugh.
No. Maybe if he gets fired and goes to a new team in the NFL.
Are we done here?
Shout
out to Circus Sportsbook, Las Vegas's first ever adults-only casino resort. They got the world's largest sportsbook. If you're headed out there for Avs Nights, the Pac-12 tournament, or the Mountain West tournament, book your stay with code DNVR20 and you can get 20% off. You should also download the Circus Sportsbook app, available in Colorado. Go to circusports.com. Circus Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. Must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circus Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org.
Also, shout out to Fubo TV. If you want to watch the downfall of Michigan and or the continuous downfall of the Chargers, great place to do it is over at Fubo TV. Our friends at Fubo TV have you hooked up. And if you want to watch successful teams like the Avalanche and the Nuggets, they are also available on there. 2 nights ago, we get a 30-point triple-double from Jokic with a nonchalant game winner. Last night, we get Nathan McKinnon with a hat trick in the first 25 minutes of the game, and then the second ever 4-goal game for the Avalanche. Both of them are either 1 or 2, depending on what sportsbook you look at for the MVP. It's probably the golden age of Denver 82 game season sports. And
Well
you got to
said.
watch it on Fubo.
Well said.
So check it out on FuboTV.com/DNVR to get a fantastic discount on our friends over at Fubo.
Don't forget about Pete Carroll, too.
I did say Pete Carroll.
Oh, did you?
Those
Okay.
are the 2 that I said.
Oh, okay.
Nick Saban, definitely not a Super Bowl winning head coach.
All right, we are going to draft our guys for the first time. We were actually right on it. We did this January 20th last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's January 25th.
I know.
That is.
How about that?
All right. So I was thinking about this. I meant to tell you before the show, but I had a meeting that ran right into this show. You mentioned keepers yesterday, which I thought was genius.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just have our team captains essentially be our keepers?
Because it'd be Travis and Shador.
Yeah. So it's Team Shador, Team Travis.
Yeah, but I wanted to pick a keeper.
So you wanted a keeper that wasn't Travis.
Well, I figured we would take them out again because
But they were available in the first ever draft.
yeah, I mean they were committed for like 2 days, so yeah.
All right. Well, what if
I mean, we can do that if you want. Team Travis, Team Shador.
and then you could also have another one. You could have a second keeper.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to see the drafts from last year first?
Yes. That's amazing.
Let's pull up round 1.
Are we prepared?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Just anything to
that.
get your mind off Harbaugh.
I'm just glad the first segment's over, bro. Yeah, I mean, pretty much chalk, I guess, except for the Savell Smalls pick at the end. Tyler Brown, of course, that one hurt.
Yeah. You were robbed.
I was robbed. But it's all right. Solid picks all around, I think.
I would give you credit. I mean, obviously, Shador, but you hit on your top 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cormani, obviously.
Cormani must have been before he committed then, if we did this in January.
Sick. No, it wasn't. I feel like it was like right around here.
It might have been. The date I saw, I thought it said January 20th.
So you hit on 1, 2, and 3. I hit on 1.
You got the leading sack guy.
Yeah, 1, 3, 4.
You got probably the best defensive player in Shilo.
Mm-hmm. Defensive captain.
Defensive captain, also in Shane Cokes as well. All right, round 2.
Round 2.
Look at that last round pick by me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that
Zay
round
Weaver.
pick by me, though.
Vito Tisdale. I'm pretty happy with what I did here.
Yeah, no, you had a great 2 rounds. I mean, I did get like the my guyest of my guys, though.
Cam?
Yep.
Yeah, you did. I did get Tyler Brown, though.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, okay. Can you go back to the first one? All right, so you get one keeper
Mm-hmm.
on top of, like, I the way I imagine this is like it's gonna have my face and it's gonna say Team Shador. It's gonna have your face and it's gonna say Team Team Travis. So then they've joined us
Yes.
as team captains.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to keep one more.
Dylan.
You're keeping Dylan. Okay. I am going to keep Shilo.
All right. Let's begin then. I feel like I had first picks in these. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Wow, I wasn't prepared for my pick. I was too concerned thinking.
Do you want me to go first?
No,
Okay, so wait, Travis and Shador are on the list? Or
they are not.
We can do it after. We can do that
Yeah,
after.
that's
Okay. Yeah.
But you can put Dylan and Shilo, I think, as the top, right? Or is it a keeper and then 5 more?
That's what I thought we were doing.
Okay, all right, then don't do that.
no? Okay.
That makes it confusing and it's going to create for a lot of lines on this graphic. Because, like, now we're going to need a little thing on the side that says, like, keeper.
So
Dylan
then,
Evers.
do you want to do keepers? Then we only pick 4?
For now. We're going to do a second round of this anyways. So we'll end up with 9 new players on our guys.
Okay. Who's your keeper then?
Mine's Shilo.
Oh, that's right. So then, are we snaking this? Does that mean you go next?
Yep.
Okay.
And I've got my pick.
Go for it. What?
Nothing. Give me Will Shepherd.
That's the right pick.
Yep.
That is the right pick. Seeing as how Zay went in the very last round of the second set of my guys, you probably got his replacement right there.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, that was the pick of the draft. You getting Zay, the last pick.
yeah, that was crazy. All right. I'm going to go with Preston Hodge.
Ooh. That's a fancy little pick you got there.
Give me the grad transfer who can play all over the secondary. One of the best cornerbacks in G5 last year.
Yep. And seemingly a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Snaking?
Snaking. I will take. I feel like I kind of got to take this guy, Quincy Wiggins.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Guys who aren't keepers are just back in the pool, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Are you taking Cormani then?
No, that's your guy. All right, great pick. Well, I have back-to-back picks, right?
You do have back-to-back picks.
All right, give me Cam here. Cam, Simon, Craig.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, I mean, Shador, Shilo, and Cam. Those are literally my guys.
They are. Well done.
And then with my next pick, I'm going to take Samuel Okunlola.
Okay. That's your guy.
It is.
Ben, your guy.
That's why he's on my team. That's why he's on my guys.
Oh, you put a stamp on it.
And Quincy's been your guy.
Yep.
That's the way this is supposed to work.
All right. I got to go Cormani then.
Love it. I love it. I love the way this is shaking out. Sorry. You guys will hear what that's from later.
I'll take Cormani in the 4th round. And then with my last pick, I'll take Chidoze.
Good one.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm between a couple here, so I need to think this through.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are you between? You can share your thought process here. There's no more picks.
Well, I feel like I do have a good balance of offense and defense, so that makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But I am such an offensive guy, which is funny because I tweeted about being the defensive coordinator yesterday. I was only joking. Although my guy, Ikiri Walker, got to
how'd that
witness a
go?
little bit of my defensive Madden skills yesterday. We actually ended up splitting, kind of. So if you guys have missed it, we talked on the Spaces the other night. I was like, who wants to smoke in Madden? He was like, me. Hit me up. So we talked yesterday. We got a couple games in. First game, I won 24-0. He's like, let's run it back. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Second game, he played some serious defense, caused crazy turnovers on me, and was up 28-14 in the third quarter before we got disconnected.
Damn.
So I just told him, like, he's like, I got to go because I got to get to bed for workouts. I'm like, we're 1-1. I'm giving you that one. So maybe rubber match tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
Go easy on the kid, man.
Hey, he brought it back. He got knocked down on the mat, popped right back up, and hit me right between the eyes.
I love it.
Anyways,
who's next, though? Who's
my
next
last
on the
one,
list?
I'm going back to my offensive roots. LeJontay Wester.
Wow. Both grad transfer wide receivers.
Yeah.
Team Shador just leaning into it.
Yep, we're going to ball.
I love it. I took 2 defensive backs.
You did. Man.
This was way harder than last year.
It's good news.
Yeah.
It's good news because I thought about taking Seaton.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about taking Tyler Johnson. Thought about taking Justin Myers. Mayers. Gosh, that one really trips me up. So next round I'll get my offensive lineman.
We did the second round in May. Do you think we can wait till May? After the spring game, actually, is when we did it.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay.
Unless we're going to do 3 rounds. But then we're basically out the whole team on someone's team.
That is true. That is true.
I said I lost second game.
So
we were not streaming on Twitch, but it's something, like I said, I kind of want to do. I think it would be fun.
And let me commentate over it.
I think that would be fun too. By the way, technology, what a beautiful thing.
I know.
So he hits me up. He's like, what's your tag or whatever? And I give it to him. And he's like, wait, are you on Xbox or PS5? Right? 5 we're at?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I'm on Xbox. He's like, oh, shit, I'm on PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Which at first I thought it did. I'm like, wait, I think I read an article about this. We figured it out. We played across console.
It's about time.
It is about
honestly.
time, but also kind of crazy.
It really is. But
I guess it's like, I don't know. You use a whatever that's called, and I use a Mac. We both connect to the same internet.
Yeah.
We can talk to each other on Slack.
Right.
So I guess it really shouldn't be that impressive.
It shouldn't, which is ridiculous. It took this long for all this.
Yeah, I retract my statement. Why'd it take so long?
And it's crazy because you can go back like 6 years, like when Fortnite came out, it had crossplay. Rocket League's had crossplay for forever. All these games have crossplay. EA's just dragging their feet like they always do.
Yeah. But Madden's really fun. You should get back into it.
Hearing you talk about it and watching you play does give me the itch. But then
You also saw the most electric game of all time.
I did. But yeah, I see stuff like that, and it's like, well, if I was on the other side, like I'd probably delete the game from my system. Can't play for a few months after that.
When we start the NCAA league, you're going to be kind of like rusty on your stick skills, unless you get into Madden.
Yep.
If you want to join the Madden league, email timmyfromsweden@gmail.com. He's the commish. Worldwide.
The big one says Jake reminds me of the commentator from Celebrity Deathmatch. Do you remember that show?
Yes.
It was a great
I don't
show.
really remember what the commentators looked like, though. This is dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Because I usually never Google when someone says I look like someone.
I mean, they're all clay. They all look like
It's true.
terrible anyway.
It's true.
All right. Shout out to our good friends over at Circle K. The best place to stop on the road for all your gas, snacks, drinks, whatever you need to keep you going. You can join their Inner Circle program, scan that QR code, or go to circlek.com /inner-circle to sign up. Just need your phone number and email. Do we have any Circle K stuff in here? Circle B is lacking. Or
Circle B?
Circle B. Studio B.
Yeah. We need some snacks.
We do need some snacks.
Speaking of snacks, wait.
Mhm.
I'll let you finish on Circle K.
Shout out Circle K.
All right,
I'm
cool.
finished.
How about our friends at Chinook Eatery?
Bro, I've never seen so many sunflower seeds.
Sent us 566 packs of sunflower seeds. It was like a free-for-all in the office yesterday. Everyone's trying different flavors, picking which ones they want to take home. We're like pouring boxes into the snack drawers. We have seeds for life here.
I filled my backpack.
So did I.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
And I poured the rest into a drawer. The drawer, we can't even fill it all the way. There's still a box sitting on the table out there full of seeds.
Unbelievable. And then Jake did one of the most adult things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God.
We had how many? We had eight boxes
boxes
that are like, this big by this big. And
they came in 2 boxes themselves too.
True. Someone was like, I think Dre was like, you guys have to take out that trash. I was like, okay, that's fair. And I'm like imagining in my head how I'm going to balance all these boxes, like walking down the stairs. Jake gets out a pair of scissors, starts breaking down the boxes. I was like, wow, that's an adult move.
I am an adult. Thank you.
Took them all out, all by yourself.
All at once.
It was impressive.
Thank you. Appreciate
Highly
it.
impressed. Also, shout out to Breck Brew. Thursday is the new Friday. Everyone knows that. So it means that once you get off work today, got to go have yourself a Breck Brew. I am playing in my first match of a golf league today.
Wow.
An indoor golf
and pickleball
league.
at the same time, bro?
Pretty active.
Damn.
Man. I get out there. So yeah, probably gonna have a Breck Brew.
Love it.
Swing juice, as we call it, swing oil, if you will. A Breck Brew and a Zin? Are you kidding me?
Woo! We're talking.
That's how you fire low scores on the course.
Yes, sir.
So, get ready for Breck Brew on the golf course season. But also, there's never a bad time for a Breck Brew. 50 degrees in Denver today, so you could have a patio beer.
Beautiful day today.
Yep.
I wore a jacket outside, got in my car. I was like, nope.
I know. I know. I keep wearing this because it's like I'm like, I feel like I have to have something other than a t-shirt, but not enough to wear a jacket.
Long sleeve tees, baby.
Let's go.
All right. People have already mentioned this in the comments. This came out from Sports Illustrated today. That Colorado admits 11 minor NCAA violations in Deion Sanders' first season per reports. You haven't read these, right?
I have not.
Are you ready? I'm going to read through all 11 of these.
Let me just ask you this, Jake. How many other articles are about the other teams who self-reported
Why you got to do this,
minor
bro?
violations? No, that wasn't about
Oh.
Michigan. They had major violations.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about every team in the country reports minor violations every year.
Yep.
Did we get articles about that?
No,
Oh,
never.
Interesting.
So here's the first one. In December 22, right after he was hired, Sanders' social media team posted an image depicting a spreadsheet of unsigned recruits. The post was deleted after 10 minutes.
Wow.
That's number one.
Who will think of the kids?
Number two, that same month, a high school coach sent Colorado staff a transcript for a player that had not yet entered the transfer portal. Colorado quickly stopped recruiting the player per the report.
Why would that coach do that? Unprompted.
Third one, Sanders reposted an Instagram video depicting voluntary team workouts in January 23. The short clip was live for about 20 minutes before being pulled.
Vacate the wins.
That same month, a recruit identified by USA Today as cornerback Cormani McLean was featured in a picture while wearing a uniform on the field lined up across a coaching staff member, in parentheses, Sanders, a violation of the ban on, quote, game day simulations.
Oh, my God. Now we've absolutely lost the plot. But it is funny because we all remember the picture.
We know exactly what picture it is.
And it was the thumbnail.
Yes.
And
then
then
Bucky's video.
Of course, Bucky got told, like, hey, you can't do that. So then he, like, watermarked it into his other thumbnail. I had a good time with that. That was funny. Wow. Game day simulations. Okay.
A website posted the McLean picture to social media, a second violation stemming from the moment the corner would wind up committing and playing as a freshman for CU in 23.
And as we know, the only reason he committed was because of that
Because
picture
of the violation,
on YouTube,
of course, yeah. Sixth one. Players that were not active members of the transfer portal attended a Colorado camp open to high school and transfer recruits last May. The violation led to a 2-week recruiting ban in June.
That feels like that's on the players.
I mean, they invited like hundreds of people out there. I'm sure some guys were like, I'm just going to sneak in here and see if I can, catch Colorado Coach Prime's eye.
Yeah, that one we had kind of heard about.
Yeah.
But okay, anyways.
Yeah, better not. Next one. A Sanders Instagram live session held in May added a recruit identified by USA Today as Aaron Butler as a featured participant. Butler would commit to Colorado and later flip to Texas.
What's the rule?
They went on live together. I don't know.
Okay.
That month, linebackers coach Andre Hart took a picture with the recruit who posted it to social media prior to the first permissible date to have in-person contact.
My God. How dare Coach Hart?
3 more. In August, Colorado held a team-wide yoga session led by an intern that was not one of the team's 5 declared strength and conditioning coaches, violating NCAA staffing limits.
I'm out of reactions. I can't fake any more outrage.
Get ready. A recruit gained impermissible access to a premium seating area at the Buffalo September 30th game against USC during an unofficial visit. You ready for this last one?
Yep.
Former Colorado player Matt McChesney and his son, a 2028 recruit, were present for a pregame locker room speech, and the recruit ran onto the field with the team at its October game against Stanford, violating a ban on, quote, game day situations.
Bruh. This is... Who? Okay. Good on the bus for, I guess, self-reporting this stuff. And that's, I guess, what you have to realize here, because in my head, I'm like, who is policing this shit?
Right.
And then I realize, like, oh, right. Everyone just kind of, like, tells on themselves to show, like, hey, look, we've got control of this thing. We know when we mess up.
Yep.
Like I said, every team in the country does this. I bet you this article has, like, 500 quote tweets. And everyone's like, wow, of course, Dion's cheating. But... That's got to be the biggest nothing burger of all time.
It currently only has 21 quote tweets.
Oh, okay. How long has it been out?
This tweet came out at 12:15 p.m.
Wow. Okay, not as bad as I thought.
Looking through the quote tweets.
Is it mostly Colorado fans so far?
A lot. Broncos, Buffs, yep.
Well, good. I'm glad that people are learning to not, or at least they know ball a little bit.
Yep. It's not bad yet. Someone's going to try to cash in on this, though. Multiple people, not just someone.
Like, the amount of things that are against the rules is so asinine. And it actually kind of pisses me off that we can't let the recruits run out behind Ralphie. That should totally be allowed. We would crush.
That's true. What's your favorite violation?
Let's do a draft. Yeah, fire up the draft.
Let's
go.
My favorite is in August, Colorado held a team-wide yoga session led by an intern that was not one of the team's 5 declared strength and conditioning coaches.
That one.
That's crazy.
Is absolutely asinine. Oh, On3, of course, posted it too. That's where the quotes are at.
Okay.
On3, home of the haters.
Just regular On3?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I knew it, dude. I should have never believed that people were maturing. Let's see if I can find a good quote here. Well, everyone so far is maybe it just the algorithm knows not to serve me the stupid ones. Why am I not surprised? Pretends to be shocked. Oh, man. A lot of people who don't have any idea. Okay, now I'm starting to get into this stuff. All right. Well, anyways.
You didn't answer my question. What's your favorite recruiting violation?
I like the yoga one, too. The recruit who gained access to premium seating. You know what's funny about this is I can just envision in my head exactly what happened. So the facility is attached to...
Yep.
What do they call that? The Crawford Club.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to the Crawford family.
Yep.
And I just know for a fact Someone just like walked out of the facility and went and just like sat in a seat down there, not thinking anything of it. And I was like, oh, that's impermissible benefits. You gave them premium seats to a game.
Absolutely what happened. Travis, with the Cormani uniform one, just because that was just a moment in like Coach Prime Buffs history.
That is
too.
true. And I knew immediately that it was, you couldn't do that.
Oh, man. What a time to be alive.
I think it's funny, like, so like the people who have to do this are compliance, and obviously this is their job, right?
Yeah.
Well, their job is actually to help the team not commit violations, right? Just to keep them, Right. But they're also the ones who have to do this, the self-reporting when stuff happens. And I just think it's so funny to imagine like the people who work in compliance having to like they see something, they're like, damn it.
Got to report this
Yeah,
yoga
gotta
instructor
text
now.
everyone like, hey, you can't do this. Got to report the yoga session.
How about there's a few comments like this. Does that mean the Marines are in trouble? I don't think so, because I don't think the Air Force got in trouble.
No, it's no. It was it's about who led it or whatever.
Right.
So I assume it was led by Coach Mo.
PJ says pics of the yoga or it didn't happen. There's a whole video on it, brother.
Pause.
Well, that too, but there's a whole video on the entire thing.
Yep. They probably got some, they shouldn't have got Lululemon pants with that either.
Yeah.
Yoga violations, man. We have lost the plot.
Insane, huh? Shilo Sanders had surgery today.
Yes, I didn't know his pinky looked like that.
Neither did I. I don't even know when it could have happened.
I don't know. I mean, we have Baldy on all of our NFL shows, and he's got some crazy stuff going on with his hands.
His pinkies are messed up. But he is recovering today. Underwent successful surgery. Should be. I don't see why he wouldn't be back by spring football at this point. It was like the first. Would you call this the first knuckle?
First joint?
First joint, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It was bent like a L.
Yep. I feel like you think that wouldn't matter. When you think about it, that would be pretty annoying.
You'd probably jam it a ton.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Last thing, Colorado basketball finally won a road game yesterday.
Bro, such a relief. And how about scoring 98 points on the road?
26 of 28 free throws.
The first time since 2000 that Colorado has scored 98 points or more in a true road game. Mm-hmm. And I'm still not sure if they've ever done it in regulation in a conference game. They did do it in 2015 in a triple overtime game, which was crazy. I remember it. I don't know if they've ever done 98 points in a conference road game. It's just unheard of in college basketball to score that many points on the road.
They've shown throughout this year they are one of the best offensive teams in college basketball in the entire country. Their last 3 games, 98 points, 90 points, 86 points. They did score. You know
what the constant is in those 3?
Cody?
Yep. And Hadley.
Hadley had a career night last night.
Yes. But he's just come on entirely. He's so confident finishing at the rim right now. He's kind of like a bully for his size. He's just like out muscling people and just grinding. But Cody Williams hitting threes basically makes him illegal.
He hit 7 of 10 field goals and 3 of 3 free throws.
What was
2 of 3 from behind the arc.
So he's missed 3 threes in the last 3 games. And I think he was 3 of 4, 2 of 3, 2 of 3.
Yep.
It's not, you can't guard him.
Mm-hmm. He is so special.
Yes.
He is insane to watch. Eddie Lampkin with a double-double. He went 7 of 13 from the field. You already mentioned Hadley. He had a big game. Kind of a quiet one for KJ, but he did go 10 for 11 from the free throw line.
Yep, and he was very in control. Tristan was weird. The fact that they scored 98 points with Tristan or KJ not going off
crazy
is insane.
Tristan's on a bit of a down spell.
I just sometimes want to grab him before the game and be like, go take over. You're really good.
Yes, I know.
Sometimes it's like 32 minutes into the game, he's like, oh, right, I'm good at basketball. Mm-hmm. Like, just go out there and score the first bucket and just roll.
Yep. But as a team, they shot 55%. I said they went 26-28 from the line. They hit 6 of 13 threes. They were unbeatable last night.
Crazy. They were going to win that game all the way through. They never had that patented huge offensive slump where the other teams start storming back. Yeah. I mean, someone did point out to me last night on Twitter, sorry for not remembering who it was, that the first media timeout was tied 4-4. So that means Colorado scored 94 points in 36 minutes.
Yeah. And they let off the gas at the end, too. They definitely could have scored 100 in this game.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would. When that dude had that dumb foul to get them up to 98, I was like, do it one more time.
Yeah, KJ gets just 2 extra free throws at the end. They've got a big game coming up on, is this Saturday at Washington State. And then on the 3rd of February, they wrap up this 3-game road trip at Utah. Utah, one of the better teams in the conference this year. Washington State, not bad either. Washington wasn't a bad team themselves.
Yeah, I think you win this one, then you're forgiven for one of your sins, which is the loss at ASU or the loss at Cal. Both ones where you were in control and kind of let it slip away. So you beat Washington State, you sweep a road trip. No one expects to sweep a road trip unless you're like a top 5 team in the country. Then you're back close to on track.
Yep. They have opportunities to beat all those teams again, too. All those teams have to come back to Boulder. Once they come back from this road trip, it's ASU in Arizona. We'll be in Vegas, actually, during that week. And then Cal at the end of February to try and atone for that one.
Bro, we can watch the game at Circus Sportsbook.
We have I think it's the ASU game, the Wednesday game.
Nice.
Yep.
Did you see we're up to 25th in net? Or is that KenPom? I don't know.
Yeah, it was KenPom, I believe.
36 maybe in net?
One of the two. Maybe I got them switched up. But
so as I kind of said yesterday, I think, is like once you win a road game, you're probably in the mix. You're probably in the field. And I think as of right now, they're probably, if the tournament started today, they would be in. I'm projecting a little bit. I'm no bracketologist. But you just have to just play like a tournament team the rest of the season, which they are. They're absolutely the quality of a tournament team.
No doubt, man. No doubt. It's all in front of them, so stay tuned. We'll be talking about them as they move forward. Colorado women's on the road this week. Also, they play tonight. Do you remember who they play?
No.
I'll load it up right now.
Oregon State.
Number 25, Oregon State tonight at 8. Then they play Oregon on the 28th. I believe that is Sunday.
Cool.
4-game road trip for them. They go to Washington after this. Wow.
Jeez. Is Oregon ranked?
No.
Okay. Are either of the Washington schools?
Nope.
So, all right, win this one.
Well, they've got a hell of a stretch coming up in February. 4 straight ranked teams as it stands right now. Oregon State, Utah, USC, UCLA.
Wow. All right.
Let's
get it.
Questions. Guys, hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Just search Buffs on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and we are the first one that pops up. We'd appreciate your 5-star review as well.
Hell yeah.
Are we doing a teaser for?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's show that.
So we have a new series coming. That will be a weekly series, and we're super excited for it. It's going to drop on the YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for it. But we wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of 21 questions, emphasis on 21, with our guy Tyler Brown.
Prime time.
Let's go. All right, Tyler, we're going rapid fire. Got 21 coming at you.
If you could have had any superpower, what would it be?
Oh, teleportation. Easily. Teleportation, so like I can literally wake up 10 minutes before a workout and boom, be in the facility or be there before breakfast checks.
You have to eat at one restaurant for an entire week. Nothing else. What restaurant do you pick?
Whataburger.
Let's go, my God.
And he said it the right way.
My God.
Whataburger. The honey butter chicken biscuits, I'd lose my mind.
Why don't you tell Tyler how you say it?
Whataburger.
I mean, you're from. I mean, it's different, but hey, I guess the job. I guess it's your point across.
He's too nice.
Oh man.
Do you have any secret talents?
I can pop my thumbs in. I can pop my thumbs back, but besides this,
Damn, that's wild. It looks like the camera's glitching.
It does.
I know this is me popping my thumbs.
Oh, man. This is going to be fun.
TV's the best, man.
Yep. A lot of times when we have these guys on the show, we're talking a lot more football.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wanted to start something that we can just use to get to know these guys a little bit behind football. Obviously, we've gotten to know Tyler pretty well.
Yep.
But we're going to try and expand this, as far as we possibly can to get you guys to learn and meet some of these guys more than you might already know.
Yeah, look forward to that. Going to be a weekly thing too, so stay tuned. When does this go live?
I can have it ready by tomorrow.
So it'll be up tomorrow.
Maybe tonight.
Could be. Yeah, I can do that too.
All right.
Questions?
Let's see what the people have to say. Someone said, "Oh, I do not like that thumb thing."
5280 Ivan, what are the best / worst case scenarios for CU football with this recent news of recruiting violations? Nothing's going to happen here.
Yep. Nothing. Best case is nothing. Worst case is nothing.
They're going to get memed. That's what's going to happen. That's the worst case.
Not even.
Well, from what we saw, people are actually...
I mean, people are trying to dunk on them, but that's just because they don't understand.
Right.
Remember when Twitter had that thing? They need to bring it back. When you try to quote tweet something, it was like, we noticed you didn't read the article.
Oh, it's still there?
It is?
I get it sometimes.
I guess I just always read the article before I go to quote tweet. That we need to bring that back.
Next question.
Where's community notes at? Can we get a community notes under that article?
Yeah, they haven't been popping up as much recently. Someone had a funny one the other day. I can't remember who.
Some of the community notes can sometimes be the best part of Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I can't remember which one it was. DeFeo Boutique. What's the over-under that players will leave? I feel like it's a lot less than Bama and Washington, etc. Michigan, yeah. 3 of the 4 playoff coaches out.
Wow. I was going to say set the over-under at 5.5.
Yeah, it's much lower, I think.
Yeah.
But you never know. We'll find out. Oh, wait. Go back. What did that say? Travis said... I think I saw this too. They will have a 2-week no recruiting period in June because of the violations.
Okay. So nothing.
Basically whatever happened last year.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
What's funny is that this stuff happens at every school and the violations happen and the little slaps on the wrist happen and you just never hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times this stuff just completely flies under the radar.
Yep.
All right.
Did you see Staub's grit and determination yesterday? Do not count this guy out for QB1 for 2025, who planks for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was
intense.
Sicko behavior.
Yeah.
I can't even. You know what's crazy is I used to, my roommate when I was in college was the punter on the team.
Mm-hmm.
He was also an all-state basketball player in the state of Colorado, averaged 30 points per game his senior year. So he was an athlete,
mm-hmm.
but he won the planking competition on his team. And if I remember correctly, I don't want to short him, but if I remember correctly, it was 7 minutes.
And Staub just goes out there, puts up a
Doubles
casual
it.
15.
Double plus. So yeah, if that gives you any indication of the quality of the football team when I was in school.
Lots changed.
But we set a lot of punting records in our household.
You always got to have something, I guess. 5280 Ivan says, what road game / trip for CU football are you guys looking forward to the most in 2024?
I got to go Lincoln.
I don't think there's another answer.
Yeah, I got to go Lincoln. And we're going to set up kind of the whole trip just like we did for TCU. So people can go out there with us, stay at the same hotel as us again. That was really fun.
Yep.
Everything about TCU was
a movie,
a highlight. Yeah, but it was really cool. You go down to the lobby bar and you just see a bunch of people that are kind of on the trip with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. How long do you think you could plank for?
Me? Maybe 5 minutes if I really push myself.
I don't think so.
I don't think I could either, but if I really...
Let's be real. Give me a realistic number.
Without destroying my body, probably...
Nope. Pushing yourself to your absolute limit.
I feel like I could get 5 then.
All right. Let's put something on it.
I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing it.
I think
You're doing it too then.
Okay.
I can confidently say I could do 2 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be about it for me.
I don't know about beyond that. I also have no frame of reference for this. Like, the only time I think I've done it recently was in like a high intensity interval class.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm pretty sure that was only 90 seconds like max. And then you go on to the next station.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't tried in a long time.
Yeah.
Warren asked, probably too early to ask. I was wondering if you guys are going to the UCF game.
We are planning on going to every game.
Mm-hmm.
In fashion. Do
you want to hear this tweet I just read?
Yeah.
247 Sports, Brandon Marcello has huge NCAA football game news. Find out today at 3 p.m.
Get fucked.
Next question. C. Mitch, what up, DNVR? Thanks for giving us all the news and being silly as well. Thank you. Thank you, man. What are your thoughts about the Marines helping with the training Semper Fi?
I think it's incredible.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot to be learned. I mean, you know, we call football the greatest team sport, but not nearly as important as working as a team in the military. So those guys can teach you a lot. Obviously, they train their asses off, and I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned from working with those guys. So I think great job from everyone to make that happen.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about this a lot yesterday, and just the adversity that you face on the field and off the field, and those type of military settings, it does kind of mirror football. So getting that kind of deeper perspective, I think, it's invaluable, really.
Yep, 100%.
Travis, you guys planning on going to CU March Madness game?
Those are always hard trips to make happen because you find out with such short notice.
4 days before the tournament,
yeah.
right?
So I don't know. I haven't looked at where the sites are this year. Like, if there's like a Kansas City, like I could maybe see that happening. If they end up in Orlando like they have before, probably not. So we'll see. Also, it kind of depends on the interest around the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there you go.
We'll be at the Pac-12, though, right?
We will be at Pac-12 tournament. It's because that's a circuit trip.
And it's the literally the send-off for the conference. It's like, I guess, the actual tournament, but...
Yeah, I mean, I assume they'll
be the last Pac-12 games ever.
Some other sports that are still playing, but yeah, in terms of...
I don't know. Doesn't the calendar reset with the school year? So after this, or when summer starts, it's like...
Well, you don't think there's any sports that play between March and
Well, we don't
May?
have baseball and stuff. You'd have to find out what those baseball teams are doing in the summer then, I guess.
When is cross country?
I feel like that's a fall sport.
Okay,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I just remember in high school practicing football and cross country just be running around us for 3 hours.
Running for leisure is
sicko
insane
behavior.
to me.
Yeah. Weirdo type
or
stuff.
even for competition. The only time I ever didn't care about running was when it was literally in the confines of the sport.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Eric asks, do you feel confident that Colorado can land Juju Lewis?
I think we should know more after the visit.
If we get a wall pick?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if we see the wall, that makes a big difference. But this has been kind of low key so far.
Yep.
It feels like Juju's just been kind of putting out feelers.
He's still committed though, right? I think I remember. Yeah, USC, isn't it?
What?
He's still committed to
yeah,
USC. Yeah. Dave with the question, haven't seen none of the O linemen work out with the new linemen. What do you think about that? I've seen them in videos.
Yeah, same. Tyler Brown, too.
Tyler Brown's in there a bunch. He's working with Zelinskis on snapping.
Yep.
Jack Bailey's made an appearance. I'm pretty sure we've seen Savion, too.
David
Connor's been in a lot. Yep. Finally healthy.
They've been working out for sure.
Mm-hmm. 5280 Ivan again. What percentage would you put on the CU Buffs basketball team to make it into the Elite Eight at least? Final Four, assuming they make the tourney.
I would guess if you were going to bet right now on Colorado to make the Elite Eight, you'd get at least plus 2,000.
That's what I was thinking.
20 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the odds are very low. We are going to focus on just making it to the second weekend.
Yes.
And if you can do that, anything can happen. Nicole said Jamaica is a running country. Most of our PE is centered around track. That makes sense. And they're the GOATs at it for a reason.
Yep. Exactly. That it?
Such an interesting thing. That would be a fun hypothetical one day.
What?
Like if it's like a classic like hardo American guy take to be like, if our best athletes played soccer,
Right.
we'd be the best country in the world at it or whatever, which I don't think is true. I do think we'd be better.
They'd be much better for sure.
But each country kind of has their thing. A lot of them do have soccer. Like Serbia has basketball and things of that nature. But it'd be interesting to think like, what if this country's best athletes played football? Like who would it?
Yeah.
You've had the classic like Usain Bolt as a wide receiver. Like could that
I saw like a Japan football team, I think, finally beat an American team for the first time. I think so.
Sick.
They're technically a college football team too.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson. Wait, maybe it wasn't Barry Switzer. It was just Jimmy Johnson. I knew it was a Cowboys coach.
Yes. Pulling this up. This is from the Japan Times. Japan downs Ivy League squad for the first time. They played the all-Ivy team.
Damn.
Yeah, the Ivy League's best in the gridiron.
That's sick.
0-10 until this point.
The Japanese team?
Yep.
Dude, grow the game. Let's go.
Yep. I love seeing that.
Basketball got so much better when when international players started to be. I mean, think about it. The last what is it? 5 MVPs? Joel Embiid, Giannis, and Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 5? 2 for Giannis, 2 for Jokic, 1 for Embiid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah. What's both? I don't know what that means. All 3? What are we talking about?
Switzer and Jimmy Johnson?
Oh, okay. All 3. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah, right. Switzer, Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll.
Is that
the 3?
Is that it?
I can't believe we're still talking about this.
We could always go back to Michigan.
Yeah.
No, we're done with that. We're not talking about that anymore on this show.
We got anything else?
I don't think so. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Friday vibes, a guest, hopefully.
Please.
Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.